Anybody who doesn't know, the winner here is getting $1,000 store credit for GameCoreOnline.com. There is no splits. If we discover any form of prize splitting, all credit will be null and void. Shane looks like he's mulliganing down to 5 now. Kind of the start Joe needed. We do feel as though Shane's got a more powerful deck. Joe's got some cards that'll be very, very difficult for Shane to deal with. Sword of Fire and Ice. Let's just pick one, pack one. There were 4 different swords, pick one, pack one in this draft today. We had every single draft pick documented by a volunteer sitting over the shoulders of each player. This is a powered cube. Each of these players has a Mox. Don't know of any other power in the decks today. Shane has on camera already. If you want to go back after the stream closes tonight, watch his first round. You'll see him go turn 1, Mox, land, Signet. Next turn, 2 counters on an Everflowing Chalice. Untap, 7 mana. Turn 3. No big deal. Glad to know that you guys watching the stream really like the powered cube over the non-powered cube. Had multiple people comment on it so far today. It was subject of much discussion. That's why I wasn't sure. I was a little confused myself. I didn't think it was powered for a little bit. And then a Mox hit the field. Or was drafted. I can't remember which. At which point I realized it. Yeah, when Shane selected his. Also, if you guys have any suggestions for the stream, things you guys want to see, we brought you mid-round replays this time for the first time. Oh, I'm exhausted, I can tell you that. I'll move the mic a little farther away. Thank you for letting me know. You let me know if you're still hearing me breathe into the mic there. I think Shane might be in the tank on another mulligan choice. I'm not sure what these guys are doing anymore. Make sure they know they're good to go. Alright, so we are good to go. No, there is sound. I was just making sure these guys knew they were good to go. No more Yahtzee for these guys. Joe leads off with an island. Says go. We'll see what Shane can do on his mulligan. Celestial Colonnade tapped. And a light start, obviously, for these 2 control decks. Joe's the one with the sword here. Shane's the one with the better mana fixing and mana ramp. And, really the better top end, too. So Shane is my favorite. Obviously, a double mulligan here to start game 1 isn't the best place to be. Joe has the Sword of Fire and Ice that really may allow him to push into, a kind of a mid-game victory here. Looks like Joe's going to accelerate his mana with a Pristine Talisman this turn. I did see that there. But he has a Vendilion Clique, so it looks like he's going to try that end of turn. And Shane's going to land a Prismatic Lens. Nope, it will not. It will be counterspelled. There's the prismatic lens, or I'm sorry, not prismatic lens, pristine talisman. There we go. Give me 1 second. I'll do my best to find that for you. I believe miscalculation was the spell he used. The Volrath Stronghold is the land for Shane this turn, and Bitter Blossom is the play. Joe's going to gain 1 life, go to 21. It's off the Pristine Talisman.
We should do that. Hey, Whooper.
And a bribery here for Joe. Joe's going to search through Shane's deck, look for a creature card, put it into play under his control. So there's a couple different options he's got here. There's a Frost Titan, which would help shut down some of Shane's lands. Consecrated Sphinx, a Leshnorn. I don't think it will be a Leshnorn this time around. And Joe is at 22 life now, I do believe. And Swords to Plowshares for the Consecrated Sphinx that was briberied up. Keeps that from being a blowout there for Joe. And the life totals here are 26-19 while I get them caught up. Just to let you know what they are. Palladium Mirror here for Shane. And a land tax as well. Land tax will trigger for Shane next turn. And any of his mana problems, but Shane only has 1 card left in hand. Do not know what that card is. Here is an Angel of Serenity from Joe. Takes the 2 creatures off the board for Shane. And leaves him with a 5/6. The presence of the Flying Fairy Rogue means that Shane took 1 more life, dropped down to 18. See what Shane's able to do here. Thins his deck of a bunch of lands with land tax. Makes it considerably more likely he's going to be able to draw live spells. Upheaval was the draw for Joe this turn. Players are starting to loosen up a little and have a good time. It's a strategy I tend to employ when the stakes get a little higher. Try to make sure I can still laugh and joke around and have a good time. And everybody's deck in this cube draft was very, very strong. I really like the invitation-only format that was done for this. Really did a great job of ensuring that we get to see some high-level play. And I think we've all been rewarded for that thus far. The Day of Judgment from Shane sets off the Angel of Serenity. And Joe is going to Detention Sphere the land tax. He would like his opponent to draw a couple more lands throughout the course of this game. Bitter Blossom trigger makes the life totals 28 to 17. The Palladium Mirror resolves once again. And now a Dimir Signet from Shane as well. Some of the best draws here for each of these players are the card draw spells that they have in their deck. We've seen Joe cast the Sphinx Revelation, not yet resolve one. It was countered the last time he attempted to. Shane has Maul Drifter, blanking on any of his other big card draw spells if he has them. Upheaval here for Joe. See if he gets his mana tapped. A remand here from Shane. Now he gets to plan around it a little bit better. And Joe ships the turn back. See what Shane's able to do with that bought time he got from his remand. $29.17 is the life total here. Yep, $29.16 I believe. I have not received that update yet from my life total spotter, so I'll wait for it. All right, 29 to 16 just got confirmed. And looks like Shane's going to get aggressive here with a Celestial Colonnade. Well, hold on one second. We will get that information relayed. Please stand by. Thank you, Dry Cereal. We got that caught up here. Take a second for life totals to get updated appropriately. Should just be +1. Well, hold on one second.
Did somebody that does not need to do it? They pretty much fixed it themselves. They didn't bother backing all the way up.
Okay.
They just
All right, so getting a final confirmation on life totals here.
1623.
Say again?
1623.
Okay, so 16 to 23, we got a combat to catch up on here too. This is not a concession. I'm pretty sure we are just seeing an upheaval resolve. So we are still in game one.
No, I'm just saying that next is can't get them. They don't look at those like giant pounds on them.
All right, well, Joe is looking to get control of this game once again after the upheaval with the 3-1 body in the air. As the only creature on the board, Lantax does remain. Shane's going to hide away for his Shelldock Isle here. We'll see what he's able to grab.
I'm working on it. I don't have anything.
Hid it from us a little bit there. That's all right. We'll be as surprised as Joe when it comes up.
No, it's not, I'm not seeing something I'm really not open my way. If we do it, we do it. If we don't, we don't. The blue? No, black.
See what Shane leaves back in his hand after his discard phase here. Oh, looks like the hit-away cards are still... I don't know what's going on with these pile of cards in his hand. I'm pretty sure it's just Shane discarding. The judge was on top of it asking questions, though. Shane's got more than a few options here as he attempts to sculpt essentially the perfect hand for the situation. He has a lot of information about his opponent's hand, and wow, that's 6 cards I believe he discarded, at least one of which was a Lingering Souls, so there's still some value to get there, and good value when you're facing down a Flicker Wisp. Riftwing Cloudskate here for Joe. It'd be crucial for him to remember those suspend triggers. He had missed a couple last round here. And get life totals updated for our last combat. Shane lays second blue mana source, which means he can't Lingering Souls. He can't cast his Bitter Blossom. But he can get a Wormcoil Engine in play off of Shelldock Isle. So it looks like we missed another suspend trigger here for Joe. Can certainly happen when you've been playing Magic since 10:30 this morning. Detention Sphere is certainly great, though. It's another attack for 3, 23 to 10. Shane attempts to get back into this game with Demir Signet. He's got a Volrath Stronghold. And what else can he play here? The Bitter Blossom, get that into play. Well, we got the suspend trigger this time. And we've got Shane down to 7. Alright, Shane's going to drop the 6 from his Bitter Blossom. Shane's Mox helps him get even more back into this game as far as mana is concerned. Following the upheaval that Joe had cast, really gave him a fighting chance back in this one. And now some life linkers hit the board for Shane from the Sorin Lord of Innistrad. Impulse here for Joe. I think he drew his sword.
I'm not allowed to say anything.
Yeah, it does look as though Joe did draw the Sword of Fire and Ice. Sword is a great place to start for getting back into this one if you're Joe, getting back on the offensive.
Let me see if I can see what's in Shane's hand.
We'll see if he just attempts to stick the sword. His opponent is tapped out. It would just resolve. Yep, here it goes. Next turn, barring another missed trigger, we'll be seeing a Riftling Cloudskate take away any blocker that Shane may have. And that should be the decisive turn. Right now Shane's got the blocker. We'll see if he has an answer to the sword or to the Flicker Wisp, but here's a Delver just in case. As this game moves towards a decisive moment, Leshnorn would be absolutely great for Shane right now. Got to be among his only outs. The Celestial Colonnade is a turn too late. This was only an 8-man draft, invite only. The players had to win their spots in this draft throughout season 3's open schedule and tournament schedule. This event is taking place in Wesleyville, Pennsylvania. That's just 3-4 miles outside of Erie, Pennsylvania, if you're not familiar with the area. Yeah, that is one of the local players, at Norbert88 on Twitter. It is his personal cube. So the Riftwing Cloudskate did not resolve, giving Shane more time. So 24-6 are the life totals now. Looks like Shane is ticking up for that ultimate on Soren. Doesn't appear to be a whole lot Joe's going to be able to do to stop it. Shane's library is looking awful slim. (24-7) now are the life totals. Did Joe just flip a Terminus? He doesn't cast it though, does he? Oh, okay, so he's revealing for Delver. See what? Yeah, it's very awkward. Without any hand presence to know he can live through what Soren's able to do for however many turns Shane has left on his library. Can we get a library count on Shane? It's got to be getting close. Looks awful similar to Joe's hand on the top of the screen there. Yeah, he flipped the Terminus and pointed it right at the Delver. I got to agree. I think he definitely nailed that. So Volrath's Stronghold is going to do a decent amount of work keeping Shane from decking himself. So I wish I could tell you who had the upper hand and what was the best bet here. Looks like Joe just picked it up and counted it. So 9 cards left in Shane's library. As we mentioned, Volrath's Stronghold is going to help keep him from decking himself out.
He got, and that glare is terrible. Or are those just tokens?
Yeah, these are tokens.
Good God, Shane about to win this shit.
The Muldrifter here for Shane.
Oh my God. Does he get to blow up the sword?
So 7.
Does Shane know there's a Terminus?
Yeah, I mean, Aleshnorn's bound to be pretty good here for Shane when he can draw it. Hasn't yet. Not many cards left for him to do so in. So Sorin and Flickerwisp enter on Shane's side, and unless we see Aleshnorn now, I don't think the game's going to end as a result of it. And I do not see Aleshnorn in Shane's hand currently. I think I saw 4, but I'm not sure. I'll have to do my best to peek for you again. Alright, so let's see if Joe can resolve this Terminus that he's going to need in order to win the game. Not sure. Trying to find Shane's list here. See if I'm able to identify the counter spell that might be in his hand. And the Terminus resolves. I think the Lingering Souls was actually already flashbacked. We'll find out on Shane's turn, certainly. So Shane used Dissipate. That leaves Exclude. Pretty much just leaves Exclude. I saw him grab 2 at once, so unless he was just doing like the Bitter Blossom and the Sorin at one time to save time.
Save, Bertha.
Let me get these life totals updated for you guys quick. And let's take a look. See what Shane's able to do here to try to get this game closed out.
Or is he just getting life back?
Alright. 5 mana tapped here for Shane. For Muldrifter. There's the Aleshnorn. Nothing is currently equipped to that sword, which means it's an opportunity for Shane. If he can get 7 mana produced right now, I only count 6. He's got to have one in hand that he hasn't played yet. Yeah, if the volume's cutting out, I have a bit of a sore throat and a cough, and I'm trying not to do that in your guys' ears, so I do apologize. Straven's going to bounce either a token or a Palladium Mirror. Exclude. Now Geist to Saint Draft. And Equip. There's the Equip. The Equip was actually pretty big. I guess we did not get an Equip. I'm not exactly sure what went on there. We just have to go off of what's in front of us, and that's no Equip and an Aleshnorn in Shane's hand, which means he fast became my favorite to take this game over in 1 or 2 turns, maybe?
She has 23. She had 32. They're going to be
All right. This should be the beginning of the end here for Joe. I don't see any cards in hand. This has been one heck of a game one. Got at least one more of these to go.
playing this video update.
Yeah, I'm on an hour of sleep last night. So the judge is standing right there ready to get it right. The level 2 just headed out to make sure he was going to get it right. Life totals are 13-7 here. The swings are big now that the Aleshnorns hit the field. But yeah, Jim, I actually, funny enough, have Jessie with me today. She's helping out as we see Joe drop here to Shane in the first game. Well, they're clearly figuring out what's going on. The reason that sword did not get equipped was he slammed the Geist to Saint Draft and said go, being a little too on the goofy side here. Get everything reset, try to keep track of this as best as we can. Yeah, you know, like I said, Shane's at a little bit of an advantage here. Shane did not play in the main event today. Joe's been here on the road. I had to get up at 6:30 this morning in order to make it out here on time. So Joe's got to be getting a little loopy at this point. So that's a 1-0 start for all right, so we're going to let these guys do a little sideboarding here, get ready to go for the last game. Hopefully they don't take as long as that one. We're all getting pretty tired over here.
Shane won the last one.
Okay, and doesn't necessarily mean I'm rooting for Shane, but if Joe can pull him off in quick fashion, I would love to see a Buffalo player take it down. Shane's a guy I've known since I started coming out to Erie, a very strong player. Won his entry into this cube draft twice, as a matter of fact. He actually won 2 different events. First place that fed an entry into this event. Well, this cube draft started, oh geez, what time do you think the draft started?
7:30.
Yeah,
It started at
7:30.
7:30.
Oh yeah, 7:30, 8 o'clock is about when the actual draft started. At 7:30 we gave them a half an hour to preview their list.
In recent news, Shane
There's sportsmanship. With $1,000 on the line, Joe Warren made a comment about how he's thirsty. If he saw $1 on there, Shane decided to buy his opponent a drink. Up a game for a Win a Grand event. Makes you a little bit generous, I would imagine.
We should have put the camera on Shane buying him the Mountain Dew. Did you guys see that? Like the money go out in this film. He's like, dude, I've been playing Magic since 10 a.m. I need a Mountain Dew. Shane's like, can I have a Mountain Dew, please?
Yeah, I'm sorry. So this event, we gave them the list of cards that were present in the cube at 7:30, randomly distributed the packs, and let them start drafting at about 8 o'clock. However, this is the second event here at Game Court today. The first one was a 5 Mox championship event for the Game Court Championship Series. There was 4 near mint unlimited Moxes given away to the top 4. 5th place got a collector's edition Mox. And then the last 3 players in the top 8 each took home, I believe, revised dual lands. So over $3,000 in prizes given away in that main event, as well as first place, which was Bob Kelly, earned his entry into this event. So congratulations to him. A Rochester player came down, top 8 at 2 of the local PTQs recently, last season when it was modern. And one of them was here, so it was nice to see him make the trip down again, make his way into the top 8 and get a win. We see Shane, no wink. That's how you know he means business. Oh yeah, I'm sorry, it was, yep, you're totally right, Bob Martin, I apologize. It's getting late on all of us. Thank you very much, Mr. Blevins. And Shane's gonna start things off here with an island. They cheers their bought for by Shane Mountain Dews. Oh, did he hear me screw up his name? That's the worst. Oh, okay, he's currently living in Buffalo, you mean. That's good. I don't get up to see you North Towns guys often enough. We stream events like this roughly, I'd say once every other month. We have, a limited open, a legacy open, and they all feed into the Game Court Championship Series. Now, a cube draft like this isn't something I'd say we do every other month. This is the first time I've commentated a cube draft here, and I've done all but one of the commentaries. I can tell you cube drafts this is an incredibly popular event. People are having a really good time in back, or out in front, I should say, watching these two guys duke it out. So I'm sure cube is probably going to be on the rise a little bit as a result of this in Erie. Heard a lot of talk about a league forming today, so. Well, the gentleman who owns the cube, at Norbert88 on Twitter, yeah, this is his community. He's been playing cards in Erie. He knows all these guys. He's grown up with them. Maybe not the guys that travel in, but it's pretty much what you got to do. The guy loves cube more than anything. We were trying to play test for a GP modern. It was Toronto, and like my whole play group day two'd, except for, no, not except for, I should say, but maybe wouldn't have if we'd listened to Whooper. He was yelling at us, "You guys play too much Modern Cube." And we were like, "No, thank you." See Control Magic in Shane Kelly's hand. We'll see if Joe gives him a worthwhile creature anytime soon, and I cannot make it out at all what that. It's very likely Ancestral Visions. Um, given the 4 counters, I think it is Visions. Yeah, well, if you throw $1,000 to first place, they'll draft whatever you tell them to draft. So that helped this time around. But this cube that we're watching today gets a lot of work down here in Erie. Whooper makes sure of it. We see an early Venter here for Joe. He's hoping to tick that up and get the ultimate before we even... I don't know what they're doing here, but...
You guys can see the orange card with the one with the orange die on it. It was a good one, I guess.
Sorry about that. I was trying to figure out what was going on the board. Joe's trying to ride this Venter to an early emblem here, so he can just exile permanents for every spell that he casts. It's pretty difficult to win a game that way, but we're going to take a look at a Mind Twist here for Shane. Is it 1 card at random? Am I counting that correctly? Probably 2 because of the Coalition Relic, right? Oh, twist for 4. All right. Yeah, it doesn't cost 2 an X. I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, 4 will be good. Hit Angel of Serenity, Upheaval, Sphinx Revelation. That was a great Mind Twist. Ancestral Visions will try to help Joe get back into this, and using the Venter, he might actually have something to it. But yeah, that is a Sphinx Revelation in there. And Joe's just going to O-ring the Mana Acceleration, give his Venter even more time. And if he can use the Venter later to get even more value to help protect the Venter itself by blinking the Oblivion Ring, then so be it. A very nice little combination there for Joe. So this could be Joe's game here. What is it, 8 counters to Ultimate Venter? Yep. 9 counters, so Joe will even get to keep his Venter around. And we're going to see a Venter. Bounces Oblivion Ring. Back to Joe's hand. Cryptic Command here from Joe. I mean, why not? Just protect it. You're going to draw 3 cards. Bounces the Shelldock Isle. Keeps the exiled card exiled. Likely dealing with a big old threat of Shane's. I think this is our first life total change here in this game. It's going to be a voluntary one, as Shane's going to pay 2 life for a shock land here. And our life totals just disappeared. Do you guys see the life totals there now or no? Please let me know, because I don't. Well, that's no good. Both players lose. We're going to head to an undecisive game 3. Yeah, did we get the emblem here from the Venser? Yeah, okay, we did. So it is pretty much just over if he's going to be missing land drops. But I can't guarantee I'll have him for game 3, and we're not exactly sure how long that will last, so... Volrath Stronghold to put Venser on top of Shane's deck. He will have blue mana to cast it. Joe's checking his graveyard for... Well, Shane's going to shuffle it away.
The life totals just disappeared.
Yeah, I'll have to just do life totals in chat for you guys. Don't really have another way to fix it on the fly without dropping the stream. Not going to do that. I lost my title page earlier too. Not sure why. Have to look into that.
It's pretty good though, man. Over 60, like, I think it's the late night. Like, I think it's when people watch.
Jim watches.
See if the Mole Drifter is able to dig Shane out of this one. Joe really just needs to draw spells. Any kind to keep exiling permanents.
I can't believe Jimmy Ray didn't come in. That's like my boy.
We'll see the exile trigger get chosen off the Venser emblem. We're getting that
That's true.
getting that fixed. Yeah, I see that it froze too here. Can you guys still hear me or no? All right. Well, guys, Phil, I'm going to drop the stream, bring it right back up shortly here. Please bear with us while we get this figured out.